In our fall episode today, we have Leslie who came and helped me make, well, let me put it clearly. She made this gorgeous wreath, but she walks us step by step on how to make this incredible fall wreath. So please join us. Welcome to Hillside Farm. I'm Ruth McKeamy, mother of 5, wife to Bob, lifelong host, and a passionate believer that any space can feel like home. Here at our 307-year-old family home, hospitality is more than a meal. It's about loving others well, making them feel seen, heard, and deeply welcomed. We invite you to subscribe to our channel, Hungry for Home, to discover beloved family recipes, meaningful conversations, gardening tips, decorating, and to always feel at home. Welcome to the fall series. And again, we have one of my very favorite people, Leslie, who might be one of the most talented people I've ever known. We are going to work on a fall wreath, and we were coming up with ideas, and I thought that is something that would inspire people. So what did you bring, and how are we going to do this?
Absolutely. So this is something that I like to call a fall-a-day wreath.
Fall-a-day.
So we just said goodbye to Halloween.
Yep.
And we've gone through the first phase of fall, but fall continues on to the middle of December. So I like to do something that kind of has a little bit of holiday spirit, but doesn't go too much into holiday because I love Thanksgiving. I love this time of fall. I just want
I love the colors.
I love the colors.
Yeah.
So I went around my yard and picked a bunch of stuff that was starting to go to seed. So I have a bunch of seed heads here. We also have some branches that have been preserved in glycerin.
Okay. We used those for the pumpkin stack.
Absolutely. We use these for the pumpkin stacks. I used these on your holiday wreath last year that you loved so much. So these are a staple of so much of my fall-a-day and fall designs in general. These are preserved beech leaves. They're preserved in glycerin. And
if someone doesn't have, where can they buy these?
So I bought these at Terrain a few years ago. I don't know if they're still in stock now, but I know they have a lot of good varieties of this.
Okay.
But what I really love to do is make them yourself. So these are just a staple of things that I have to use, but you can go out, find your favorite tree in the most favorite fall color, take them and put them in liquid glycerin for a few days.
Where do you get liquid glycerin? I guess just on Amazon.
Amazon.
Okay.
And then you take it out.
Yeah.
And then you let it dry and you have preserved leaves.
They're preserved so you can just use them year after year after year.
Absolutely. Now their color might fade a little bit depending if you put it in the sun or something like that. But it's, to me, I'm not a plastic person. It's okay if you are. It's just not my style personally. So I'd rather use what I have in nature.
I agree.
So I just particularly love these colors of the beech leaves.
Yeah.
But
the contrast,
it's kind of what I had left over in my stash.
I mean,
but
you
this
brought
year,
berries, you brought everything.
So I brought over, so this is some amaranth I grew.
Beautiful.
I always grow this in my yard for my flower arranging. So these are fern fronds.
Yeah,
right? So
we all have fern fronds right now because your ferns are getting ready to die.
Here they go.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. So I also went out into my rose garden and picked some lovely rose hips.
Oh, wow.
My climbing hydrangea seed heads. So I try to get things in different
stages. So you've
stages.
all got them, or the park near you has them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't go to a national or federal park.
Yeah, but if you have another kind of park, and then you have a grapevine wreath.
And the grapevine wreath. So everybody's got grapevine. You know, unless you live in an apartment or something, you probably have grapevine growing. You don't know you have grapevine growing. Okay. So it's something where
you didn't make this, did you?
I didn't make this one, but I have made other ones super similar.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. Yeah. She made me last year a well, I didn't get to keep it because I think y'all used it on the shoot, but it was a grapevine antler head.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. So you're incredibly talented. But you can get these at Michael's.
Yeah, so this was part of Joann's closeout. I went
Joann Fabrics. Closeout, yes.
And I went and bought like every single grapevine wreath form they had left because they were so cheap. They were so cheap.
Beautiful.
And I am to the point because I make so much out of grapevine where I'm actually running low on grapevine. Wow. So now I'm like asking my neighbors, like, I'll come weed your lawn if I can have some of the
Grapevine.
stuff that I weed out.
Okay.
Speaking of weeds, so I just have like, weeds are so beautiful at this time of year. You know, most of us try to get to all of our weeds, but obviously, like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes weeds go to seed, but look at how pretty that is.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we've got lots of goodies here. I have some grass heads that are that touch of burgundy. Exactly. So we have, this is Miscanthus main grass. And it just has such a lovely movement to it and lovely color that will tie in with our preserved beech leaves. I went and cut off some of my crepe myrtle seeds. We just have so many goodies. And I really wanted to like play with this burgundy color that you see a lot, just because it kind of goes with both holidays.
Okay.
So this is from Plumbago. This is a beautiful perennial ground cover. But look at these fun pods.
Beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Absolutely beautiful.
So we're making a really fun one out of just stuff from my yard. I also like to make ones that are good for feeding the birds a little bit later in the season. So I'll go cut native seed heads and I'll actually like weave it into a wreath that sits out further into my yard so I can watch them.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
And then you need a glue gun. Now,
You need a glue gun.
she would question my choice of glue gun, but this is all I've ever had, and she's lost your big commercial one.
I
right?
lost, well, not my commercial ones at work, but I have my my regular glue gun hasn't been seen since the chandeliers.
Where could it be?
I don't know.
I'll
We'll
have
find
to
it.
look in the
We'll
barn.
find it.
Okay, so we've got a small glue gun, but that's what
Yeah.
we need is a glue gun. Okay, so where do we start?
So basically, when you have a wreath, you can do a full wreath. Typically, I only like to use that if I'm using one kind of material, maybe 3 kinds of materials. When you're doing a wreath like this, it really speaks to having something a little asymmetrical.
I agree.
Exactly. So you can choose to do it as like a 3/4 moon shape, which is my favorite. That way you can have it either be bare up here
Okay.
and down here have coverage, or you can have it be half and half.
Okay.
We're going to see what the material does.
Okay.
Now, I have also brought, of course, moss, because I never go anywhere without moss.
And again, we've said this before, but you can get this moss anywhere. Well, it can be in your yard, number one, but you can also get it at a floral store, at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, any of those places, Hobby Lobby, Terrain.
Garden centers in general as well, a lot of times we'll have it. So then, because we're doing a fall-day moment, I chose to add something a lot of us have in our yard, which is green giant arborvitae.
Yes.
So this is one of my favorite fall greens. It's also just a really fabulous thing to have in your yard. Anyways, it's one of the fastest growing things to keep you and your neighbor separate. It also works as a sound barrier, and it's also deer resistant, which is really, really lovely. So it also dries well.
Okay.
So as this fades from fall into holiday, this kind of will stay, but it'll be a dried version of it.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'm going to put this down as my bottom layer. Perfect. We have our glue. We've got everything. We're ready to go.
All right.
So I'm going to strip off.
Do you want me to strip anything?
Let's see. This one's good. Why don't you take the side branches off of this one and make it into 1, 2, 3 pieces.
Okay.
So we're going to take this and see how the sky is kind of bending this way. I love to work with that shape. So that's naturally looking like it should sit right here in the wreath. And I'm just going to kind of let it sit there. Now, we have a glue gun, but you don't always need to use the glue gun. So for this, we have this lovely piece of grapevine that's kind of going over there.
Right.
And I'm going to stuff this in here. We're going to go down, and then I'm just going to fluff it out a bit. Right? Just like that.
And then you're going to stick
And then
the
I'm
end
just
in.
going to stick the end in. And then we'll go over with some of the smaller pieces. And then we'll go at an angle so it doesn't look so tucked in.
Right.
Now, I've said multiple times in my crafts, but I'm going to say it again. Layer, layer, layer. Sometimes if it feels wrong, just keep adding and it will end up feeling right.
And the other thing she always says is moss. Moss cures everything.
Moss covers all.
Covers all.
Absolutely. Okay. So here we go. And it smells so nice.
It does.
Yeah. It's like a little hint of it, but All right, so here we go. We'll stick this in. All
That's
right.
nice. We haven't even had to use a glue gun yet.
Exactly.
All right,
Now, you know, it's totally up to each person and if they want to use the glue gun. But a lot of times you could just do it without. So I'm going to start with just the one side and we'll see where we get.
Okay.
So now let's add in some of the fall leaves.
And this is something that I think would be fun to do with friends.
Oh,
or with your kids.
Absolutely.
Or, you know,
I do
if
this
your
as a
grandparent
workshop
with you
with
do it as a
people.
workshop for people.
It's so much fun to, I do it like a lot of people are like 40th party, 50th party. Just get a bunch of people together.
So contact Leslie if you want a party and she will do this.
But it's a really good time.
It
and
is.
It's like, it's a nice,
Well,
beautiful,
and everyone
easy
can
craft.
do what they like.
Everybody can do what they like. And it actually, you know what, people are so intimidated by it, but when you get into it, people do a really great job. And they're always surprised at themselves. And I love watching
Well, it is intimidating.
I love watching everybody's confidence go up a little bit as they do it. They're like, oh, wait, it's working out.
I'm okay.
So now, when you're working with dried, this is typically when I'll go in and add a little glue, just because dried tends to kind of fall apart a little bit.
Okay.
This has a little more movement to it because it's preserved in glycerin, but we're just going to kind of add a little bit of extra just in case. Now, whether or not you glue...
I'm reaching over you.
Oh, please.
I just want to look like I'm doing something while you're putting all that together.
Whether or not you use glue is going to depend on whether or not you're putting this outside, inside. Lots of us have covered doors where we can put things. Some of us don't have that situation. I have like a glass slider as my front door.
Yes,
so
you do.
It's going to be out in the elements or it's going to be in my greenhouse and be in super high humidity. So knowing where you're going to kind of throw these when they're done will determine how much glue and if you need to glue at all. So I'm going to keep kind of going up this.
This reminds me of my mom used to wear these chandelier earrings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They kind of like, they remind me of aspen leaves.
That is one of my absolute favorite things I use in design. If you see it at terrain, to be honest, it's probably grown in my yard. Because I'm like constantly bringing in for my artisans to use.
If you've ever seen any fabulous thing done at terrain, she designed it.
No, I mean, I have a whole,
I'm just
I have a whole beautiful staff who are just absolutely super talented and wonderful. But this is sea oats because they sound like the ocean when they're all swishing.
Oh,
Yeah. So birds love it. Keep it in check though if you're going to plant it. You know, it does tend to
overtake everything.
To wander a little bit, but it is so fabulous in design. And I know we did it at Ikebana in the spring.
Yep.
I do a dried style, and this is one of my absolute go-to. Absolute favorite.
Style.
A dried style, and this is one of my absolute favorite things to use in it. Also in fall, you will frequently see me with a ponytail or a bun, and just like these little dangles hanging on my hair.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So let's do down there. And this one's really nice because it actually has some brown to it. Every shade, every branch is going to be different. Every shade's going to be a little bit different, which makes this such a beautiful thing for fall.
These are great things. I'm going to give you another idea. If you're going to Thanksgiving at someone's house, make it as a hostess gift.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can make these as gifts. What are your favorite kinds or time of year wreaths to do?
Ooh, fall is definitely, I think, my favorite, followed by the holiday season. I think it's really beautiful to have that. I like to use a lot of lighting in my my winter wreaths.
So she did that. She put it must be 5 feet across.
I think it was
6?
I think it's 6 to 7. Yeah.
6-foot wreath, and it had beautiful lighting up through it. And
with the branch lights.
With the branch lights, I saved, hoping that we can rework on it this year.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a different iteration of it. So this is some Monarda I had growing in my yard, but look at that little bit of like pinky,
mauve,
burgundy. It's just such a lovely color. I like to stick with mostly warm things in a time when warmth is becoming Less
scarce.
and less.
Although we've been hanging on to some warmth.
We have been. So I kind of look at the bare spots and I just keep tucking in. And I work with the natural materials, see where they lay. And I just kind of like to go bit by bit and section by section. If you're doing an entire wreath of the same thing, you will do it a different way. There's a whole way of kind of putting a bundle in and turning, which I did like a lavender wreath.
I think I would probably usually do something like this because it wouldn't require
as much glue.
But you can hide imperfections this way where it sounds like the other way would be a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
I have all these too.
Oh, perfect.
I love these things.
Oh, aren't they lovely? So these are from my climbing roses that Ruth and I will hopefully be working on next year.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do a little fun project of...
What are we doing?
Trying to help me with my rose gardens.
Yes, we want some rose gardens.
So here we go. I'm just taking off some of the ones that are a little more imperfect. And this orange is just such a lovely color. I actually use it in a lot of my winter containers. I have this crazy container I did 2 years ago that was like a colorful winter container. And it was a whole spread of kind of bright colors you wouldn't expect because, you know, we do so much of the red and green. But had orange and blues and yellows all from different color evergreens.
Wow. This is beautiful, this color.
Isn't that just so lovely? So this will hang. So I kind of like to put it somewhere going this way.
Yep.
And then it ends up hanging down like that. So I think that's
it's not strong.
Because it's not strong. It's not super dried. I mean, I did just cut it, but it will.
Scissors?
Let's see. Ah, now I
got it.
I will dry these.
With all your extra time with your newborn?
So I end up just like throwing them up on a ceiling somewhere and then being like, oh yeah, I did that a while ago.
Do you use ribbons in your wreaths or no?
Oh, I'm not opposed to a good ribbon.
Okay.
Typically not at this time of year.
Right. Those are more Christmas.
So around holidays, I'll use a ribbon. I am such a sucker for a velvet ribbon.
Me too.
I can't help it. And there are some really beautiful ones out there.
Are we going to keep coming down here, or are we going? What's our direction?
So our direction is, let me just stick this guy up here because I feel like there's a little hole.
It's beautiful.
Now this will open as the time goes on. It won't stay like this.
Stay.
It'll actually become
like an umbrella,
like
kind of
poofy,
thing?
which will be so cool. All right, there we go. And then now we're going to come down this way a little bit. And I'm going to kind of flare out the same way we did it here on this side.
Okay.
So we're going to make almost a mirror design. So, and it won't be perfectly symmetrical. I kind of want it to be like, almost.
You don't want it to be a U.
You don't want it to be a U. And I want it to just be like, have these magical little moments. So I'm going to stuff that in there.
You want me to try
I smell this and it makes me want chai tea. Just love that
cinnamon. Do I start up here or do I come down
Let's come down with this one. And then let's see. I think tucking it under there would be perfect.
How's that? It's not laying very well.
So what we'll do, we're going to tuck these pieces in there. And then see this little thing right here, Ruth?
Yes.
There's this little...
It can hold it down?
There. It can hold it down. That's the nice thing about grapevine. See, it has this little curl. And we're just going to take that and curl it around. Use the way that it's going. And we'll just go...
What's the berry vine I love at this time of year?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Is that
a bittersweet thing because it's very invasive.
Very invasive. But it is, I love it.
It is. And it is something that I am always getting when it goes to berry so the seeds don't drop. Because you do not want that vine in your garden. It is such a pain. But if you have it and you're yanking it, use it.
Use it.
So I just looked at this side.
Yeah.
And I felt like, we only have 2 of these, and that was going to start bothering me.
I like odd numbers.
Odd numbers are key when you're designing these things. Yeah. And I think it looks really nice right in there. But see, I kind of want it to stick out a little bit. So that's when you're going to definitely need to glue something, because if you're not really tucking it in evenly,
and you want it to stand a certain way.
And you want it to stand a certain way, glue is your best friend.
Okay.
We haven't played with any of
None of your favorites.
Some of my oak grass. I mean, it's just the best. This year for my parents, for their September door, which I still haven't posted because I'm super bad, is I did it all out of grasses, which was so fun. We made like these giant grass moments. So
it's really wonderful. Her parents and you built an arboretum.
Yep.
And it's won awards. I mean, it's incredible. But her parents are in one home, and they're in the home right next to it. It's kind of like my dad, who lives in our guest cottage.
Yeah.
But it's so fun because they are all involved in this kind of thing.
Yes, we're all horticulturalists.
Yes.
And my husband's even like into it as a hobby. But then we all have to make group decisions on gardens because we share all the gardens. We have designated areas.
I bet.
But if it goes outside the designated areas, or it's a big tree or something, we have an HOA meeting. And then we all have to agree on exactly what's going where. So funny. We lost this beautiful pine not too long ago, and it was just like very sad that we loved. But then all of us are like, wait, there's room for another tree. So then we're all now voting what tree will end up going HOA. In.
Now, are we going to put anything else on this side?
Oh, yes, we certainly will be. But I keep looking back to this side and being like, it just needs one more thing. And it's so funny because I do have people at work after a while who are like, hands off, Leslie.
Otherwise, you could do it all day.
I could do it all day. And then it becomes a very expensive piece.
I saw her one day and I said, I was recently in terrain and there was this magnificent, it was the magnolia thing,
It was
right?
magnolia, yeah.
Magnolia branches, and it went over the whole, where you check out. It was incredible. And I was like, oh, she goes, yeah, that's me. I was like, oh,
and then we took a time lapse of that.
I did.
I was so proud because they posted it. I was like,
that's great.
But that was a labor of love and fun because I took something like very similar to this. We took real, I mean, none of this is faux, but we took real with that and faux and mixed it together.
If you haven't seen where we built this chandelier in the barn from a dead pussy willow bush or tree,
yeah,
you need to go back and check it because same thing. It was dead on our property. We turned it upside down, put moss all along up to the ceiling, and we wired the whole thing and made it a chandelier.
To be honest, that's one of my favorite things I've ever made.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I love it so much. I can't wait to do what I want to do for holiday with it.
And then we did a water feature that is my favorite thing in our backyard. You got that?
Yeah. I just think these plumbago seed pods are so cool. And these aren't things that you see very often unless you're growing it. So not only are you getting these beautiful things, but you have fabulous plants all year round. And when they start to die back, you use them. Yeah. So many people just cut their plants back and throw it in a lawn bag and call it a day. All right, this is going to be one of those things that, just like that frond, we're just going to stick it in, but add an
extra amount of glue.
Yep, and it's going to be up a little. So if you want to hold that for me in place till that cures.
And are we mossing this?
We can. I think we might. I say we might not need moss, but we always need moss. We'll need it.
Beautiful.
And I'm just going in and alternating red, green, orange, red, green, orange, and adding the hints of the brown. Oh, also, I brought over, let's see where it is. Aha.
Oh, wow.
this really beautiful celosia as well.
That's gorgeous.
As just like a fun pop.
Is that on this side or on this side?
Well, we're going to find out. I think that might be the last thing you and I put in.
Okay.
Just
gorgeous.
because it is like the most vibrant.
Yeah.
But it's important to add things like that to keep it more fall. So you have the rose hips.
It's pretty fall.
Yeah. It's a classy, classy fall just in time for a beautiful Thanksgiving. Oh, this is looking so good.
Gorgeous.
We need some more seed pods. So let's use from my sourwood tree. Okay. Isn't this so cute?
Beautiful.
I just love this little bit of, it's just such a different looking thing. And I am leaving the leaves on.
Yeah.
I leave the leaves in my yard. We just mow them up. I leave the leaves on my seed pods when I'm doing crafts. I was actually thinking about that. You can't leave your leaves because you have walnuts.
Yeah, we have black walnuts.
And that is bad.
Yes, they are bad.
Though I did see some very interesting recipes from original, well, not original America, but America. Yeah. You know, when it became actual, like, the United States of America, and using black walnuts instead of pecans. And there's, like, a whole bunch of recipes. Yeah, it's really fascinating.
We have black walnut trees, and they are not good for anything.
Not good for gardening, but maybe good for replacing pecans in some things, if you wanted to go there. There we go.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Do we just have a few more things? Because I want to get you home to your baby.
Oh, yeah. We're going.
Is that going to stay?
Yep, because I'm going to add to it.
Oh, got it.
Right, so we'll add more on top because you have to think this will kind of go down there, which will be beautiful. And then we're just going to keep adding to this down here.
Perfect. This is stunning. We're putting our yellow guy in there?
We're going to put the yellow guy in there.
This is
We're almost
gorgeous.
done. I promise, Ruth.
No, it's for you. I'm worried, not me. Oh, that's beautiful.
I just,
here,
you know,
put I'll stick it in there.
You know, you do so much for me. Let's have this fun little, super crazy wreath for you for
no
your house. It'll be so fun. And when you're doing asymmetrical wreaths, it's nice to work in, you can call it a moment.
Yeah.
You know, there are lots of different terms for it. A thought. This little section down here is what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about. I love it because she's constantly fiddling. Just because it can go one way, it might look a little more whimsical a different way.
Absolutely. And then we'll just tuck this in, and we'll probably tuck 2 more things in, and we'll be done.
It is gorgeous.
There we go, and we just need our last little...
I've been waiting.
I've been waiting.
Gorgeous.
I'm trying to think. I feel like we actually should tuck it somewhere.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't
it's
that
like a
so
flame.
Lovely? Celosia is one of my favorite things to grow. This amaranth is related to that celosia. It's just such an easy thing. It's actually edible as well.
Wow. Can I hold it up?
Of course.
Okay. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is a work of art.
And then we do our, just like we did with our moss wall, we're going to shake it. Nothing came out and we're good.
Wow. That is stunning.
So now you have a lovely wreath for your front door.
Gorgeous.
And then you just go through and take off
all the glue.
all the glue strings off.
That is stunning.
But there you go.
That is stunning.
Yeah.
All right, please don't be afraid to try this. Go get your grapevine. Go into your yard. You don't have to buy anything else other than the wreath. Give it a shot.
Maybe some glue.
Maybe some glue. Have a great day.